And we're live. And we're live for episode 18 of Slap Happy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slap Happy. This is episode 18. I'm your host, Savilian. And look, I just want to say welcome to everybody. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, right, or you haven't subbed to the podcast either on Apple or Spotify, can you do that now? That'd be super dope. I'd love that. If you can't, that's fine. It's all good. But yeah, if you do decide to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or something like that, feel free to drop a review. I only have one review so far on my podcast, and it's from some salty guy on Twitter who had a problem with something that Fabio said. So he decided to give me a 2-star rating, or maybe even a 3-star rating. To be fair, I felt like that was pretty high considering, and like the feedback was like, semi-constructive considering, he was just, trying to berate me really. So do not shout out to that guy for like at least making an effort, and not being a, 10 out of 10 hater, being like a 9 out of 10 hater. But yeah, it would be super dope if anybody out there that's watching could or listening could subscribe and leave me a nice review, because I don't have any yet. So that would be cool. Anyway, look, getting along to the book winner. So as I said, we did a little book giveaway. I decided to do a book giveaway. It's Your Next 4 Moves. It's a book by Patrick Bet-David, guy that I love, an entrepreneur, American businessman, super smart, super charismatic guy. This is his book. I bought 2. I decided to give one away plus a few other things. And I was going to give it away to one of my YouTube subscribers. Obviously, probably, just basically if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you were in the running to win a book. Now, I've gone ahead and I've found a winner using a random number generator. And that winner is Joshua Pinn, P-I-N-N. So Josh, mate, if you're seeing this, give me a DM or comment below, and we can get a chat, and then I can send these things your way. You lucky duck. Yeah, beauty. I want to say thank you to all the shirt buyers. Also thank you to everyone else who did subscribe. I think I picked up maybe 20 or 30 subscribers in the week that's just gone. So look, that's a win. Thank you. Let's keep on trucking along. I think I'm 80 short of the that magic 1,000 number. So if we could keep pumping them subscribers, that'd be dope. Thank you to everyone who bought shirts in the last couple of weeks. Sending them off, as I said, was a lot of fun. Having people, send me photos and kind of like, messages saying, thank you, and the shirt fits good and this and that. Like that was really cool. I saw all of them. I appreciate all of them. It's cool to know that, I'm getting these shirts in the hands of some good people. And it's nice to have my stuff out there. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's bought a shirt. Now, I am very seriously considering grabbing or getting some more merch done up, specifically for Slap Happy. Now, if you would be interested in some Slap Happy branding merch, with the face and the something like that. I've got a few ideas. I've done a few mock-ups. I've put some I've sent some emails to some people. So there is a chance that I could be getting that done really soon. If you would be interested or you like the sound of that at all, drop a comment. Let me know. Let me know if we've got a little support. If we've got a little support, I'll keep pushing along. I'll keep trucking. For the and if we don't, I'm still going to fucking keep trucking, because that's what I do, baby. That's what I do. Yeah. So, what else we got here? So, yep. Anyway, last week I was away in Sydney, as you all probably know. Now I went to go see I went up to Sydney for my buddy guy Thomas's celebration of life. Now, that was last Wednesday. What can I say? I have never been to a celebration of life before. I have. No, it was super strange. It still is super strange. I haven't lost someone in my life that has been such a big part of my day-to-day life before. Like Tim, I would probably call almost every week. We would exchange texts very, very frequently, and he just knew everything that was going on in my life. Like I had this situation a couple of weeks ago where I had my bank card stolen from my letterbox, and I saw the transactions go through on my CommBank app. So they managed to validate the card or whatever. So I saw the transactions go through, and I recognized the corner store. It's around a corner from my house. So I ran there hoping to confront the person or catch him in the act, and I couldn't. Turns out that they purchased $70 worth of ciggies using Tap and Go or PayPass, whatever you like to call it. And it was kind of funny situation. I was like pretty fired up because I thought I was just really frustrated by, just the disrespect. I know that, if you're a thief, you don't really give a shit. That's what you do. But I was just like hoping to confront someone and get my card back. Or at least scold them for being not a very nice person. A little face-to-face, heart-to-heart scolding. And it was just super funny because the old Asian gentleman who was the grocery, like the corner store owner, I was asking him, can I get a receipt for the purchase? And he goes, oh, no, I don't have a receipt, kind of thing. And I was like, okay, well, that's a bit strange. Well, can you, and then I noticed all the TV cameras or the video security cameras. And I go to him, oh, brother, can you give me the security camera footage kind of thing? And he's like, they're not working. They weren't working at the moment. Anyway, that was kind of, and I just had a chuckle because there was no way I was going to ever, find this person kind of thing. And that is what it is. But I'm walking home and all I wanted to do was call Thomas and go, hey, guess what happened? Like this funny thing. And I couldn't. So yeah, that was a long-winded way of saying that was a bit sad. But yeah, it was just it's very surreal. It's a very surreal feeling to lose someone that you had like a almost, weekly, daily, almost interaction with. And it's a new feeling to me, and it's one that is going to take some time to get used to. But I digress. The celebration of life that I attended last week in Sydney was absolutely spectacular. It was beautiful. You could feel a lot of energy in the room. The way that everyone spoke, they did it so wholeheartedly, and you could feel just how much that man meant to the people in that room, and you could hear it in people's voices, and you can see it in the way that everyone held themselves, and it was a great send off for a great human being. So yeah, that was highly emotional, and at the same time, it was beautiful. And look, I loved every second of it, but it's still heavy, and it's still sad, and it's still something I'm getting used to, and probably won't be used to for a really long time to come. But that is what it is. Yeah, so yeah. Look, I decided on my next single. Now, let me just amend this. So I decided on my next single. I decided last night. And I'm super thrilled to kind of progress with some music finally. It's been a minute. I don't have a ton of detail on it right now. However, by next week, I will be able to give you maybe some detail, maybe even a sneak preview. Who knows? Yeah, but it's pretty exciting to know that, yeah, I've got some music hopefully coming out soon. And yeah. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk briefly about what's happening in the market right now. So very, 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 very big difference between this week and last week, or this week and 2 weeks ago. This month and last month. Let's just say that last month was pretty wild. There was a lot of crazy moves, a lot of the micro stuff, a lot of the fucking a lot of the dirt was kind of mooning, and I say that with all the respect in the world, by the way. But yeah, it was just kind of like there was a lot of craziness and there was a lot of money to be made and opportunity to be seized. This week it's a little different. Or this month it seems like it's a little different. It's a lot different. There's a lot less catalyst. There's a lot less volatility, and it's hard to trust some of the moves that are going on right now intraday. This week I've started horribly. I went from I guess this is a kind of a typical story for me, but yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, I apologize if I go over some of this stuff. If you're listening on a podcast, just a FYI on YouTube, I kind of I started this with a little bit of a freestyle. I was just basically sitting at the computer, had the camera on. So if you want to jump on YouTube and have a look, you'll get a little bit of a behind the scenes of some stuff that was happening this afternoon. Nothing too exciting, but look, it's just a little bit of a different flavor. So yeah, just to kind of talk about the differences. So in February, I ended up having my second biggest month ever. I did about 39K, and that was just shy of my 42, which I did in June last year as my biggest. And that makes it 3 successive months that I've done my second biggest month. So second biggest month was in December, then I beat it in January, then I beat it again in February. Predominantly all in 2 weeks, to be honest. I started quite poorly in January, the first 2 weeks of January, and then I started quite poorly the first 2 weeks of February. Then in week 3 of both months, I just kind of pulled it out of my my badunkadunk, and managed to kind of put something together. Yeah, February was kind of wild. It had all those moves. It had the the crazy volume, the crazy volatility, the stuff was just doing like 200, 300%, and there was just opportunities. There were a lot of opportunities. Now it just feels like the market's lost a bit of momentum, lost a bit of direction, and it is time to readjust. And what I was talking about at the beginning of the YouTube kind of segment was that it's times like this that truly make a trader, in my opinion. I think when the market is there and opportunities are there, it's like I liken it to poker, right? Anyone can play aces. It's not hard to play aces. You bet and bet and bet, and someone calls you down thinking you got air, right? You just roll over the winning hand. It's very, very easy to play big bet, pre-flop, big hand poker, right? Everyone knows that. You've got your aces, your kings, your ace king. You bet, get it all in. I liken that to a liquid market. A liquid market. When things are moving, when there's volatility, when there's thick order books, when the catalysts are strong, when stuff's flying around, as we saw in that third week of February, everyone makes money. If you're a decent enough trader, you'll find opportunities. You'll make money, right? No, I'm not. Sorry, I don't want to be so disrespectful. Let's just say everybody. A lot of people will make money, right? Very, very, very big difference to now, and without the volatility, without the catalysts, without the opportunities that are screaming to be bought or to be short. You know, how are you going to make money? Are you going to just sit on your hands? Are you going to take a step back? Are you going to, reduce your size? Are you going to reduce your setups? Are you going to find new setups? Are you going to start trading different strategies? The other side of the coin, with the big bet pre-flop, big hand poker, the other side of that coin is the because Hold'em is, I don't know what percentage, but it's a very high percentage of the time it's air. You're very rarely making pairs, and it's hard to make a pair in Hold'em, let alone a set or a flush, right? And even when you make those hands, you can be outdrawn or outflopped or one-outed. Like, it's very hard to make hands and have them hold up post-flop. But what is even harder? So it's hard to make a pair. So that's why, good Hold'em players, they learn how to play without stuff. They learn how to play without a genuine hand. They learn how to make the most of the table, the tournament, the aka market, when they don't actually have it. And that's what a good trader does. A good trader, they learn how to win when the market isn't there, when it's not in their favor, when it's not going perfect, when it's not all that, when it's not all happening. That's what a good trader does. Now, I haven't been exemplary in this situation or this kind of explanation in the last 3 days. I traded absolutely God, I feel like when I trade like this, I just feel like such a doofus. It's not enough to feel like a doofus. So you need to be doing something about it. You can't just be like, oh, I feel like a doofus, and then not do any work. And that's what I do sometimes. I'll just feel like a doofus and then not put the work in. So look, that's on me. But yeah, I'll just say that, this last 3 days has been hard. Not making money has kind of seemed like the best way to save money, or not trading has been the best way to save money. And that's what they say about, poker. Sometimes not playing, it's about the hands that you do fold, right? In poker, sometimes a good laydown is as good or more lucrative to your bottom line than playing a lot of hands and getting in tricky spots and kind of just getting active. Sometimes it's better to just lay a hand down, especially when you just have that instinct, when you have that gut feeling like, I'm beat here, I need to lay it down. I'm beat on this river. I know he rivered the high flush. I know he's been slow playing a set or whatever. Just lay it down. Lay it down. When you got that gut feeling that says, I'm beat here, lay it down. Now, good players do that. They lay down the best hand. The second best hand. Bad players, they call. They always want to see. They always want to see. They always want to see. Now, in trading, it's the same thing. Sometimes, being a good trader just means to sit back and watch and not do a goddamn thing. So at the moment, I'm not really practicing that. I did find it relatively easy when I was playing. So when I played kind of semi-professionally PLO for little stints, I did find it easy to do that. When I had the second best hand, I didn't find it to be a problem to lay it down, because I knew that when I actually had the best hand and the money was in the middle, I would be a pretty big favorite, or at least a fairly good favorite. And in the long run, I'm going to be a winner. I'm going to be a big winner. Now, at the moment, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that in my trading life. I'm playing those marginal hands. I'm calling with the second or third best hand. I'm kind of playing out of position. I'm getting myself in tough spots, and I just don't need to. I just don't need to. There's no problem with sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting till the fish kind of sits to your right, or waiting till the fish raises or re-raises. That's okay just to wait. Wait for that person or wait for that moment. So I just need to remind myself of that, that this is the time to just sit and wait for the fish, because they'll come, okay? They might not come this week, they might not come next week, but when they come, It'll be worth it. It'll be worth the wait. Anyway, guys, I think that'll be it for this episode of Slap Happy. My name is Savilian, aka Sav Daddy, aka the Slap Artist. Yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. You guys are all G's, straight up G's. And I'll see you all next week. And yeah, happy trading. Now, I am look, I just decided to whack the camera on. I am still trading. I should not be. Because it's like 3:45. Actually, I'm not trading, I'm just watching. It's 4:45. I've had a stonker of a day. Now, just in case anybody is not aware. Actually, that could go either way. Stonker is in like stinker. But like a play on words, or stonker as in like, you know, I had all the stonks in my bag. I'm gonna go with the stinker play on words scenario. Because yeah, I've had an absolute shocker today, which is fine. But basically I am just kind of watching the screens in the last like couple of minutes to see if anything pokes its head out at me. And considering how dead it was out there today, I am highly skeptical that is going to be the case. So yeah, but I just thought, you know what, this can be a little bit of bonus material for anyone who is watching on my YouTube. So if you're watching on my YouTube, well done. This is a little bit of bonus material for you for being subscribed. So yay, we all win. Now, yeah, when I say I had a stonker, I mean, oh boy, did I have a stonker. I traded awfully. Traded really bad. Really bad. So I guess, yeah, the market's a bit slow at the moment, bit choppier. And you know, just quite frankly, there's not a lot of opportunity out there. And instead of you know, doing the right thing, sitting on my hands and kind of being a good little boy, I decided to you know, push the envelope and get big and make mistakes. So that's what I did. And wish I did not, but I did. To be fair, it was quite. I was kind of tight through the first little bit, the match phase. Like I was down a little bit, but I just thought, considering how little opportunity there was this morning, I was kind of happy to be, you know, only minus whatever 300 or 400. It was really all that AX8 today that really undone me. Minus 2.9 there. And I guess that's just a product of, you know, when the market's like this, you kind of like, you overreach in things that you shouldn't be. And I did. I just kind of, I FOMO'd into a thing that, you know, was gapping up too hard, and because of the limited opportunity that there had been in the morning. And as a result, I got absolutely, you know, I got slotted. Yep. And I'm glad that I got out when I did, because that motherfucker just kept going backwards. It was in reverse real quick. And yeah, it got real ugly. I mean, it was pretty ugly. Now, yeah, what that does is it leaves me already we're 3 days into the month, and it leaves me like minus 5.5. But as some of you that are following me know, I seem to make a habit of this. I seem to make a habit of the start slow, finish less slow kind of model of trading. I just kind of have this technique where I get out the blocks real slow, and then I like to be in drawdown, and that motivates me. Some bullshit like that. I don't really know what it is, but that's just what it is. So I've done that, I think, for the last the last 2 months. I think December I was pretty steady and had my shit together in December. But like, it does seem to be something that I do semi-frequently, the old slow out the blocks and then kind of fucking finish with a wet sail, or whatever the saying is, whatever the sailing is. So took my dusting. Start again tomorrow. It's the only thing you can do in times like this, in markets like this. Very imperative that we sit on our hands. We don't do anything. Like, it's not hard. I mean, it is hard. Sorry, but I think this is the skill. This is the difference. This is what separates men from the boys in this game. That ability to know when to swing and know when not to swing. That third week in February was swing central. There was volatility. There was stuff going on. Blah 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 blah. There was stuff going on. So it's like, you swing as hard as you possibly can, because not as hard as you possibly can, but you just swing because you don't know if the opportunity is going to be there like next month or the month after. So when it's there, when the volatility is there, as a day trader, you got to go for it, in my opinion. Now, did I go for it enough? No, I did not. I don't feel like I went for it enough. Is it okay? Yeah, I guess that's okay. I would have liked to have gone for it more. I think the way that I performed in February, especially in that third month, was not relative to the size of the opportunities. It was good. It was it was progress, but I still didn't feel like I'd done my job. And at the end of the day, that's really what I'm measuring myself against, myself. Whether or not I feel like I've done my job. Did I do my best job in this month, on this day, in this week, whatever? And the answer is no, I don't feel like I did. So that's fine. And obviously I've kind of started this month pretty poorly. Even by the standards of the markets, I feel like, even by the standards of the current market conditions, I feel like I have performed quite poorly. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. But just trying to continue to remind myself that this is what a journey looks like. There's up and down and sideways and backwards, and it's not linear. So I just got to continue to remind myself that as long as I feel like I'm moving forward, try not to sweat the small stuff too much, and try not to have too much of a narrow view. Have a broader view, and remember that I can, remember to not underestimate what I can do in 5 years. But and try not to overestimate what I can do in 5 days or 5 weeks. Everybody knows how the saying goes. I'm just trying to apply it to myself in this moment. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, I am. As I said, I love it when people say that. Like, as I said, guess it, and when people like roll, like, I mean, particularly Australians, older Australian men, middle-aged maybe, but typically older Australian men, they roll a bunch of words into one word. Especially, like, you'll find that the rugby league or the NRL coaches do that a lot. Craig Bellamy is a prime example of this. He'll roll, probably 3 or 4, maybe even 4 words into one word. He'll say, he goes, like I said. He'll go, like I said. And yeah, it's pretty funny. Like I said, and like I said, kiss it, kiss. I don't know. You know what you hear what I'm saying, right? Rolling multiple words into one word. It's pretty funny. So, yeah, like I said, I am currently, just observing the last little bit here, watching the close, and I did decide to take a little bit of PLL late, and that is backfired miserably, as one would expect. Yeah, goddamn hard out there. I am currently sitting on my, as I said, I'm currently sitting on my worst start to a month, and it's not a good one. Really not a good one. Which is, fine. I will come back from this. I just got to be a bit more patient, a lot more patient. Got to have a lot more discipline going into the end of the month. And yep, the PLLs are really not working. And this hurts. Now, I decided, I am not going to do like any of these live trades, here's my exit, here's my entry, all that shit. I'm not going to do that, but I just thought, while I had the camera out and the market was still open, I thought I would just start recording and having a little chat and seeing if I say anything worthwhile or of note. And with 4 minutes left in the day, I'm anticipating that I won't. I'm anticipating that I won't say anything of note, because it's just been a bit of a shit of a day. Even the impenetrable force known as Nicholas Fabrio took a little bit of a beating today. And if Nick Fabrio is taking a beating, something wrong with the market, Not something wrong with the market, but, it's tough. Fabrio takes a beating. We all know it's tough. Because that motherfucker just seems to win no matter what. So, definitely was tough. Definitely has been tough this week. Not many catalysts. Obviously, Zip's been in play. Everyone's, found it nice and easy trading Zip at certain times, but it's still very tough. It's still been very tough to trade it. So, it has been very choppy. It's very thin at times. A lot of the volatility has just been sucked out of the market in the last 3 days. A lot of the volume has been sucked out of the market. So, it's super interesting times. And, it is times like this, as I have mentioned a couple of times already, it's times like this where good traders will shine. I know that it's these sorts of market conditions that are required for me to learn to sharpen the tools so that I can learn to win or succeed in all market conditions. I know that these conditions, no matter how hard they are, they're as relevant as the easier conditions because they're going to teach me the tools required to succeed in all markets. So the discipline that I'm carving out, the instincts that I'm carving out, not liking this. This is going to get messy. I'm going to get slotted here. The discipline that I'm carving out, the discipline that I'm needing to carve out, should I say? Got to do cheese. The discipline that I'm, meant to be carving out, the temperament, the patience, all that. Oh, geez. That's not good. This is dying in the ass late. And I am absolutely dying in the ass with it. So this is not a super fun finish for me. There was a second there where this PLL looked like it was going to finish real strong and, maybe even close on highs. But it doesn't look like it's going to. In fact, it's not going to at all. And yep, this has been tough. I mean, God, I started February with at least a couple of days like this. So it's not super foreign to me, taking a fucking beating like this early on in the month. Look, I know that I will come back from this. This is something that I've done before, something that I'll continue to do because what else are you gonna do? You're not gonna fucking sook and moan and act like it's not happening and try to run from it. This is the truth. This is my truth. I've traded poorly. And I've got results to go with the way that I've traded, simply.